What's our story? It's a beautiful one. The story of Kolekbibo really starts from catastrophe and chaos, actually. This all started after Typhoon Odette. Typhoon Odette was a massive catastrophic typhoon, a Category 5 typhoon that took the island by complete surprise. We were totally left in the dark, not knowing for a number of days what the level of severity was. We thought people were dead. Over 90% of the homes were partially or fully damaged. But thankfully, when we finally did connect, our close friends, and I would say like almost family members, were safe. And that's when we started hearing of what was needed, what was going on. We started a massive GoFundMe. We didn't know how it was going to be used quite yet, but we knew it was going to be necessary. Of course, in these situations, there was no electricity, there's no running water. Food is very scarce in those situations. Food security is already challenging being on an island. We decided to start a community kitchen. This house, it was a personal house, this building that we're in, that Kolekbibo home, used to be my personal home, and it was completely damaged from Typhoon Odette. Thankfully though, the structure was still standing. We actually started the community kitchen right here in this house. Even in all its disarray and craziness and mayhem, it was still a place where the team felt safe. They had coverage, it was central. January 2022 to May 2022, the team, I think there were like 15 predominantly women that cooked 1,000 meals a day for families from here in Burgos all the way up to Santa Monica. I remember when they first started, they told me, they're like, we didn't know. We didn't know how we were going to cook for 1,000 people. Many of these women had never held jobs. Maybe they didn't work in cooking, and they themselves had lost so much. Lost their homes, their things, they have many children, other family members to take care of. Yet every day they came and cooked for so many. When they come here, when they did that, they felt so happy, and it brought a lot of inspiration and hope into their days. That's the beginning, the roots of our story. In that time when we were doing the community feedings, we learned so much, not just about cooking, working as a team, working in this type of environment, but we also learned about what's going on the ground in Siargao in terms of nutrition and health. So there's different clusters in emergency response situations where they'll take care of various categories of need. And so we fell into the nutrition cluster. So other global NGOs came to help out here in Siargao, thankfully, and then shared information on what was going on and things that we needed to know. So we worked closely with National Nutrition Council, with UNICEF, and of course with Feed Philippines. And that's when we learned that malnutrition is actually a huge problem here in Siargao. In the whole Caraga region, we're part of Caraga, it runs all the way down into Mindanao. Siargao has one of the highest rates of malnutrition. For many people that come to visit, we're very much a tourist destination. It might be surprising to hear that. You see, especially in General Luna, abundance, right? There's resorts, there's beautiful restaurants. Shockingly, the highest rates of malnutrition are in General Luna and in Dapa. Those are centers of tourism, of economy. It begs you the question, or to ask, are the funds going to where they need to go? So thankfully we have NGOs, not just us, but other NGOs that help out in different challenges on the island. We were directed or suggested by UNICEF to start a maternal nutrition program because one of the most vulnerable groups are pregnant and lactating women. They need, for themselves and for their babies, the right nutrients, vitamins, minerals, so that they can develop in full optimum health. And when you have situations like this, natural disaster, it really can exacerbate the issues. So we still had funds from the GoFundMe, and so we started a maternal nutrition program in collaboration with the San Benito LGU, the government unit there, because that was one of the areas that had higher rates of malnutrition, and also they were a good size for us to support given the resources that we still had. We kicked off a pilot project for a maternal nutrition program, and that was feeding any and every pregnant and lactating mom in San Benito 3 times a week, and then educate them on maternal care, infant care. We had about 150 mothers that graduated from the program. I remember the first few sessions that I attended, and the women were quite shy. And then as the months went by, you could see it. They're so much more vibrant, they're talking to each other, they're not as shy. They're also dressing up and wearing makeup, and they're feeling really proud coming to these sessions. And then thankfully, so grateful, we had applied for a grant, and the TELUS Foundation awarded us funding, so we have another year that we're able to support these moms. And we're really excited about is that this year, the moms not only have the same program, but they also have opportunities for income generation, for developing skills. We're actually opening up a carinderia, a mom's-run carinderia in San Benito as a training ground development space, and also a small business for the moms to run so that they have ongoing income so that they can feed their children in the community. So that's such a huge milestone, things that we didn't know that would happen. And it just kept on growing. Last year, another NGO based out of Taiwan called Calls Over Ridges wanted to collaborate with us. With them, we started a lunch and nutrition program, and we feed 200 students in 2 different elementary schools lunch, and we educate them about nutrition, about the benefits of what they're eating. It's our aim and our goal that these children develop a healthy relationship with food. With anything that we're doing, we hope that from the early stages of life, like for example with the Moms program, we're targeting the first 1,000 days of a child's life, because the first 1,000 days are critical. If they don't receive the nutrition, minerals, if they don't receive that to develop to their highest optimal health, it's catastrophic. It's really problematic. They could be stunted or wasted, meaning those are forms of malnutrition. So too short or too skinny, minds are not developed as well, or bodies are not developed as well. And that's irreversible after the first 2 years, meaning to say that they carry in their life forever and into their next generation. So if they start a family, that affects their family, and so on and so forth. So we try to address it right from the get-go, right at birth, and in the early stages of a child's life as well. We also have our social enterprise, which is a vegetarian restaurant, trying to steward and be ambassador of plant-based eating, and just health all around, health and wellness all around. It's been an amazing journey for everyone. I don't have kids myself, but I feel like I have many children through this work. I'm super proud of the Atas and what they've been able to do, seeing them go from learning how to cook 1,000 meals a day to then now training the community on how to do this. Super humbled by the whole process and journey, and very much inspired to continue supporting the community in this way.
Beyond just basic knowledge of what's going on in nutrition and everything, what are steps that people can take that aren't here maybe to help communities like this?
Yeah, good question. Food is the foundation of anything. Without proper nutrition, without having access, it's really hard to do anything. It's really hard to think, it's really hard to learn, it's really hard to take on a job and keep it. There's so many different ways, but I would just say get curious about what's happening in your community. I always feel like everything that we do should help you but help others. It should be a reciprocal relationship. And then for us here, anybody that wants to help Kolekbibo or Siargao, I would say first go into the local community and see what it's like, see what a family lives like, learn what the challenges might be, and then you could volunteer. We have volunteer programs where you can help cook and go into the community and serve and also educate them about nutrition. And then beyond that, we're always looking for people that are connected to our cause and feel the heart connection. And there's so many ways, whether it be volunteering of resources, equipment, funds. Getting grants is never a guarantee. That's what we strive to work towards. But then, of course, operational costs are super important, keeping the lights on, maintenance to make sure that this well-oiled machine continues to run. Through Kolekbibo, I hope that people are inspired to take action and inspire positive change in their own environments, in their own worlds. And then it's a cherry on top if they want to help us.
A helping hand.